Have you ever noticed, ladies, when a younger man looks at an older woman, there's this different kind of hunger in his eyes? It's not the look he gives to a girl his age. It's deeper, slower, almost like he's discovering a forbidden fruit he can't resist. Because to him, you're not just a woman, you're an experience. You're a story he wants to read with his hands, his mouth, and his full attention. You're the mystery that pulls him in. You're the confidence that scares him a little and turns him on a lot. And the truth is, younger men don't just want older women, they go wild for them, especially in bed. So today, I'm going to break down exactly why that happens and why so many younger men feel more alive, more confident, and more sexually charged when they're with a woman who has lived, loved, and knows exactly what she wants. Let's get into it. Younger men go absolutely wild for older women because she brings something to intimacy that younger girls simply can't imitate. Intention. She isn't guessing. She isn't confused. She isn't performing for approval or trying to look cute while hiding her real desires. When she gets close to a man, her energy says, I know exactly what I want and I know exactly how I want to feel. And that confidence is like electricity in a younger man's body. When an older woman touches him, she's not testing the waters, she's guiding them. She knows where she wants his hands, she knows how she likes to be kissed, and she knows how to move her body in a way that makes both of them melt. Younger men love this because it removes pressure. Instead of thinking, am I doing it right? He starts thinking, how is she doing this to me? That shift alone makes him feel 10 times more attracted, more focused, and more excited. She doesn't waste time playing the usual dating games, pretending she's not interested, waiting hours to reply, acting cold to seem mysterious. Her mystery comes from her maturity, not her manipulation. When she desires a man, she shows it with subtlety, depth, and sensual presence. And in bed, that presence becomes a force he can't resist. She knows how to look at him in a way that makes him feel chosen, wanted, invited into the moment. Her silence speaks louder than words. Her confidence is louder than any line he's ever heard. A younger man craves this because it makes him feel like he's with a real woman, not a girl performing, but a woman embracing her femininity. She's not scared of her own body. She's not ashamed of pleasure. She's not waiting for him to take full control. She's meeting him halfway, responding, guiding, teasing, and leading him into deeper connection. She doesn't rush, she savors. She explores him like she's reading a new chapter in a favorite book. And that intentional, slow, sensual energy drives him wild. He feels like he's becoming a better lover just by being with her. He feels seen rather than judged, desired rather than evaluated, and connected rather than used. That's why when a younger man finally experiences a woman who plays with intention, not games, he never forgets her. She becomes the fantasy he compares every other woman to. One of the biggest reasons younger men go wild for older women is this beautiful, almost addictive balance she brings into intimacy. She teaches him, guides him, improves him, but she never makes him feel small. She never bruises his ego, never embarrasses him, never makes him feel like he's inexperienced or less than. Instead, she leads him in a way that feels exciting, supportive, and incredibly masculine at the same time. A younger man feels this, and suddenly he's not nervous anymore, he's inspired. He's not doubting himself, he's curious. He's not trying to impress her, he's learning how to please her with a kind of confidence he never experienced before. When an older woman guides a man, she doesn't use criticism, she uses chemistry. She uses her touch, her breath, her rhythm. She adjusts her body slightly, or she pulls him closer at the right moment, or she lets out a soft sound that tells him he's on the right track. She communicates without speaking. She shows him what she loves without shutting him down. And he responds because he feels safe to explore. He feels like he's being invited deeper into her pleasure instead of being judged for not already knowing everything. Younger men find this irresistible because it makes them feel desired and powerful while still learning. It's an emotional combination they rarely get from younger women. Instead of feeling like a student being corrected, he feels like a man being activated. Her maturity makes him feel more confident in his own body. Her sensual guidance makes him feel more connected in the moment. Every small movement from her feels like she's saying, "Come with me, let me show you how good this can be." That kind of invitation is intoxicating. And here's the deepest part. She doesn't guide him for control, she guides him for connection. She wants both of them to experience something rich, slow, passionate, unforgettable. She knows pleasure gets better when partners communicate with their bodies, not with pressure or shame. And a younger man becomes hooked on this kind of woman because he feels himself transform in her presence. She makes him better without making him feel not enough. She elevates him without ever hurting him. And that kind of feminine leadership is unforgettable. It's addictive. It's why he'll always crave her more than anyone else. Younger men become completely addicted to older women because she knows how to make a man feel desired in a way that reaches beyond his skin and straight into his confidence. When she wants a man, she doesn't hide it behind mixed signals or childish games. She doesn't pretend to be uninterested just to seem hard to get. She doesn't make him guess or chase pointlessly. Instead, she shows her desire in ways that are subtle, deep, and incredibly intoxicating. A younger man isn't used to that. He's used to confusion, uncertainty, and emotional immaturity. But with an older woman, the moment she looks at him with intention, he feels something shift inside him. He feels chosen. And for a man, that feeling is powerful. She knows exactly how to amplify his masculinity without forcing anything. She knows how to compliment him in a way that feels real, not rehearsed. When she touches him, she does it with presence, not hesitation. When she leans into him, he feels the warmth of a woman who genuinely wants to be close, not a girl trying to play a role. Her desire is mature, it's confident, it's slow and deliberate, like she's savoring him rather than rushing or performing, and that makes him feel like he's worth savoring. It awakens a part of him that wants to show up stronger, better, more passionately. Younger men love this because she makes them feel seen, not just for their bodies or their performance, but for who they are. When she looks at him, he feels interesting. When she listens, he feels important. When she smiles, he feels attractive. And the wildest part is that she does this without trying. She's not manipulating him. She's not feeding his ego for attention. She simply appreciates him in a way that feels grown, feminine, real, and that authenticity makes him want to give her everything, his time, his energy, his passion, in intimacy. She knows how to desire him with her whole presence. She doesn't rush, she doesn't freeze up, she doesn't hide her reactions. She lets him see and feel the effect he has on her. She breathes differently, moves differently, touches differently. She makes him feel like he matters in the moment, like his effort has value, like his body, his touch, his passion are wanted. A younger man becomes hooked on this because it brings out a version of himself he didn't know existed. He feels more masculine, more confident, more powerful, not because she worships him, but because she acknowledges him. And that is the core. Older women know how to make a man feel desired without losing themselves. She doesn't give him validation because she needs him. She gives it because she enjoys him. She wants him. She chooses him. And when a younger man feels that kind of mature, intentional, feminine desire, he loses control. He becomes obsessed because he's not just with a woman, he's with a woman who makes him feel alive, wanted, and unforgettable. Younger men become absolutely captivated by older women because she doesn't just bring physical heat into intimacy, she brings emotional intensity, depth, warmth, and a kind of connection that younger women often haven't learned yet. When a younger man is with her, he feels something happening inside him that goes far beyond the body. He feels understood. He feels seen. He feels emotionally touched in a way that makes every physical touch feel 10 times more powerful. Older women know that great sex doesn't start in the body, it starts in the energy, the atmosphere, the emotional rhythm between two people. She knows how to look at him in a way that quiets his insecurities. She knows how to talk to him in a tone that melts tension out of the room. She knows how to touch him in a way that makes him feel safe and wanted at the same time. This emotional grounding is what turns physical intimacy into something unforgettable. Younger men are drawn to this because the emotional stability of an older woman makes him feel free enough to explore, express, let go, and be fully present in the moment. She creates a space where he doesn't have to pretend to be tougher than he is or more experienced than he is. He can just be real. And realness is sexy. When an older woman smiles at him, it's not to play a role, it's because she feels something. When she touches him, she's not copying something she saw or trying to impress him, she's connecting. She uses her body as a way to share emotion, not hide from it. She breathes with him, she reacts to him, she lets him feel that she enjoys him, his presence, his passion, his effort. Her emotional heat fuels his confidence, and that confidence fuels his desire. It becomes a cycle he can't resist. Younger men often say this: with her I felt wanted, not used. That's the difference. She knows how to make a man feel appreciated, valued, and emotionally charged. Her maturity allows her to express what she feels without confusing him, without sending mixed signals, without shutting down or running away when things get intense. Instead, she leans into the intensity. She welcomes the connection. She amplifies the desire instead of avoiding it. This is something younger men crave more than they ever admit. A woman who allows emotional passion to exist in the bedroom. A woman who can be soft without being weak. A woman who can be expressive without being dramatic. A woman who can bring warmth without needing chaos. When an older woman makes love, she's not just giving him her body, she's giving him her presence, her energy, her attention. And a man can feel that. He can feel the difference between a body and a connection. And once he experiences the emotional heat she brings, the emotional depth she unlocks in him, the emotional fire she awakens in his heart and his desire, he becomes addicted. Because with her, intimacy stops being an act and becomes an experience, a memory, a high he wants again and again. And that emotional heat, that's what makes younger men go wild. Younger men go absolutely wild for older women because her confidence does something to them that no lipstick, no lingerie, no flirting trick can ever match. Her confidence is a pure aphrodisiac, something invisible yet powerful enough to make a man feel weak in the knees and strong in desire at the same time. When she walks into a room, she doesn't hurry. She doesn't shrink herself. She doesn't look around for validation. She moves with a quiet, steady certainty, like a woman who understands her own value without needing the world to confirm it. That calmness, that elegance, that inner glow hits a younger man straight in the chest. It makes him feel like he's in the presence of a woman who cannot be easily impressed, cannot be easily shaken, and cannot be easily replaced. And that challenge, wrapped in softness and maturity, ignites him like nothing else. A younger man is drawn to an older woman because she isn't looking for someone to tell her she's beautiful. She knows she is. She doesn't need a man to complete her. She invites him to join her. There is no desperation, no clinginess, no fear of losing him. Instead, she radiates this effortless, I choose you because I want you, not because I need you energy. And that independence is sexy. It makes him feel like her interest is genuine, not emotional survival. It makes him feel like he earned her attention, not that she handed it out freely. When she looks at him, he feels desired. When she talks to him, he feels interesting. When she touches him, he feels chosen. That emotional and sexual elevation transforms his confidence too, and that's why he finds her so intoxicating. In intimacy, her confidence becomes even more powerful. She knows her body, she knows her rhythm, she knows her pleasure. She's not shy, not uncertain, not waiting for him to lead every moment. She leans into desire like it belongs to her. She kisses with intention, touches with assurance, and connects with presence. A younger man feels this and realizes he's with a woman who isn't questioning her worth, her attractiveness, or her abilities. She's enjoying the moment instead of performing for approval. That freedom creates heat. It creates oxygen for passion to burn brighter. Her confidence allows her to express desire openly, to ask for what she wants, to show what she enjoys, and this is exactly what a younger man finds irresistible. He feels her maturity in the way she arches toward pleasure instead of away from it, the way she welcomes his touch instead of hesitating, the way she embraces her sensuality without apology. And because she's confident, she doesn't fear judgment. She invites connection. She doesn't pretend she expresses. She doesn't seek permission. She participates fully. This authenticity is magnetic. It makes him feel safe to be himself, bold to explore, and eager to match her energy. Her confidence awakens something primal in him, a desire to please her, to impress her, to rise to her level. She becomes the woman he fantasizes about, not because she tries to be perfect, but because she's comfortable being powerful. And that comfort, that certainty, that unapologetic feminine strength, that is the aphrodisiac that makes younger men lose control. Younger men go wild for older women because she has mastered the art of pleasure through experience. Every touch, every kiss, every subtle movement is intentional. She knows how to tease without frustration, how to guide without pressure, how to create anticipation that drives him wild. Her hands, lips, and body communicate in a language he doesn't have to learn, he just feels it. That mastery makes him feel like every moment in bed is unforgettable, like he's discovering a world of passion he never knew existed. Experience becomes magnetism, and younger men can't resist the allure of someone who knows exactly how to give pleasure while receiving it fully. Older women ignite a younger man's adventurous side because she exudes confidence without arrogance, desire without desperation. Being with her encourages him to explore, to take risks, to push boundaries in ways he might never dare with someone his own age. He feels safe experimenting, safe expressing himself, safe learning his own desires. Her maturity inspires him to step into a bolder, more confident version of himself. In essence, she awakens the full sexual and emotional potential of a younger man, making him crave her presence, her energy, and her touch over and over again. So if you're a mature woman watching this, thinking that younger men only chase youth, you're wrong. What they crave is confidence, depth, presence, your feminine power that only grows with age. You are not his second option, you're his upgrade. And trust me, when a younger man gets a taste of a woman who knows her worth, knows her body, and knows how to love with maturity, he doesn't just enjoy it, he goes wild for it.